The Spartans, the number 7 seed out of the ACC, the Eagles of Boston College, fine year 22-11, and they will meet coming out of the
That's good. Now, you know, we're just, you know, very, very happy to be in this situation right now, and so happy for our players and happy for the school. And, you know, the school made a significant commitment to basketball before I got here with this building, Dr. Sample and the trustees and Mike Garrett. And it's enabled us to recruit. And whenever you get to 3 straight NCAA tournaments, it's because you have players. And we've got very good players, and they're playing very well right now.
Are you going to let them have a spring break?
Yeah. They'll get to come over here, and we'll break out some of those straw umbrellas and put them in a smoothie, and they can do that at lunch, and then we're going to go watch film.
Coach, can I ask this question, Coach, about maybe possibly a new wrinkle in the Trojan attack? We saw it on defense, the scramble, the full court press, the pressure defense, and that in the championship game, of course, seemed to turn a trick and maybe showed a different phase of the Trojans we have not seen.
Yeah, we've used it a couple times early, late in games, like over at UCLA when we were in trouble. It'll depend on the strength of the other team's guards, their athleticism, their ability to make plays in the open floor in terms of driving and finishing, as to whether or not we'll do that. But it's certainly something that we'll continue to work on.
You've got to be very proud of the team and its effort as of last time. Speaking of the championship game, because a lot of good things were seen and noted based on what you said in terms of the interview, that Arizona State played a tremendous zone defense, and yet you had stuck in there and mastered it towards the end of the game and then came across and won at the finish line.
We did. We felt like that defense was suffocating in the first half. There's just no cracks. We couldn't get it through it. But nobody does. They give up 58 points a game. What happened is I think the defense really got us more active on the offensive end. Instead of being a passing team, we were a driving, attacking team, and we were able to drive it through some cracks. And then some just tremendous plays by DeMar DeRozan. Stepped up and made some shots. Hackett made shots. Dwight Lewis made a big shot from the perimeter. They made it very difficult on us to play through Taj, which we like to do, and our perimeter players really stepped up.
And speaking of a secret weapon, or now not exposed as a secret weapon, Marcus Simmons with that defense.
Yeah, he's a pest. He's really a pest. I call him a dog on a meat truck. You know, he goes after you and turning you and working you and trying to heat you up, and takes pride in it. A lot of guys don't take pride in that end, but he loves to play it.
One of the observations in yesterday's game was the tremendous defense he put on Glasser, and when he fouled him, it wasn't intentional, but he fouled him, and I think he drew a little blood, saying, hey, excuse my elbow, but I was really defensing you there. And that might, we feel, turn the game. In terms of him not wanting to continue on with that spirit of a point guard. Looked like Marcus broke that.
He did. The young guy, has not played many minutes, and I think he'd played about 160 minutes going into the tournament. He'd been hurt all year long, and played 38 minutes the night before against UCLA. Had to turn around and play again. That's hard when a guy hasn't been doing it. Hackett, Lewis, Gibson been doing it all year, but he still reached down and had the grit in him to go fight for 18 minutes there in the second half. And I think he's changed the intensity of our defense. We've always been a good defensive club, holding teams below 40%, but now we're starting to create some turnovers off our defense.
Coach, what does this say for the Pac-10? You talked about the conference strength all year long, really and now the results are in, and the Pac-10 is represented.
Yeah, I'm so happy for this league. 60% of our teams are in. It's 3 straight years that we've had a higher percentage than any conference in the country. You take 7 out of the 16-team Big East. Everybody talked about how great it was. Well, that's less than 50%. 60% of our teams are in, and all the coaches know that Washington State's good enough to be there too, but they just lost some close games.
Let's talk about the opponent now. He's been revealed. It's Boston College.
Yeah.
Well known, of course, on the East Coast, ACC, but perennial contender, but matchup time.
Yeah, it is, and we know that Tyrese Rice is a great player. We know that they run flex offense. They haven't played against the flex this year, so we'll have to do a lot of prep in the next 3 days, getting ready for that flex. Al Skinner's a good coach. We know that they had a significant win beating a #1 team in the country, Carolina, at Carolina. They may have beaten Duke or Wake Forest also this year. It's an outstanding club. They're seated higher than us. We'll be the underdog. But we're going to go in there and try to prepare and try to have a plan. And we've got enough talent that I think we're going to go be representative.
Final thoughts and observations, Coach. Ryan Francis in memoriam, in spirit, and this would have been his consecutive. And I know it's a very close spot in your heart. I don't mean to get you emotional, but you got to be thinking, had he survived and been here with us and with you and the team. Your thoughts on Ryan?
Well, we think about him constantly. His memory is on our court with his number. We have his locker and jersey there every day that we walk by. He would have loved this more than anybody sitting here. All these guys are competitors we have. But I hadn't coached a competitor like this guy. This guy was one competitive, nasty dude. He loved to compete, but the sweetest guy in the world off the court. And he would have been high-fiving everybody in this room and would have said, Coach, why can't we go practice right now to get ready? He wouldn't have wanted the day off today. But, you know, we miss him. His mother was here with us at the Pac-10 tournament. She was with us for senior night. The school has really stepped up and given a $500,000, endowed a $500,000 scholarship, which will honor his name for as long as the school's here, and I think that's a beautiful thing.
Coach Tim Floyd.
All right.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
And good luck.
Thanks for thank you.
Okay, there it is. Selection Sunday is history. 2009. The brackets are set. Some bubble teams, of course, didn't make it, but 6 teams from the Pac-10. And SC is going in as a number 10 seed in the Midwest. They take on Boston College, the Eagles, and from the ACC, and that will happen Thursday in Minneapolis, St. Paul. So, for our East LA Sports Team production of Selection Sunday, NC2A on the road to the Final Four, March Madness. We're in the middle of it. It really gets crazy. I believe it's beginning in just 48 hours. It will all be the real deal. So that's it. This is our production team, Eric Sarney, Rico Cabrera Jr., and yours truly, Rico Cabrera Sr., signing off. And please check us out on EastLASportsScene.com.